Hasbulla was canceled. His own pet cat. And he hit it. That's basically like he was punching a tiger in the face.
You also finally beat KSI.
I don't get that, why people are saying you beat him.
I turned the prime bottle costume that he was in two-dimensional. I'm gonna ask Chat GPT, is AI the beginning of the end for humans? Says no.
Hey, OJ, did you murder that woman?
I'm gonna say it.
Don't say it.
I was the one that vandalized your painting.
I f***ing knew it. I cleaned hoarders' houses with Greg, as you know.
I knew that.
And there would just be some weird. And one of them had a Kramer poster. I think it was Kramer.
Sorry, you had a Cadillac?
Yeah, white.
Dude.
No. Sorry. You had a Cadillac? Not like Grandpa, the one that lives in the dumpster?
No, that's my Grandpa Bob. That's Greg's dad. And he doesn't live in a dumpster.
He doesn't even have
He
a
lives
car.
he lives in a bus inside of a storage unit.
I ask Logan at least once a quarter, what does Grandpa Bob say to you? Like, what's he saying? What was the last one?
Oh, he doesn't have my new number. Sorry, Grandpa Bob.
On purpose.
No, okay, so you know my dad's eccentric. Imagine his dad. Pam, what's Grandpa Bob like?
I don't know. I want to be nice. He's definitely eccentric.
Yeah.
He lives outside of the real world. Like he doesn't have a social security number. He's the free man movement.
Freemason.
Free man.
I think it's Freemason.
Freemason.
No.
He's in the Illuminati.
No.
Pam, talk to us. You don't have to hide it.
It's the free
If you know
man.
something, use your words,
do.
man.
I thought it's Freemason. Like he gets his water from the wells and stuff, and like
That's a
rubs
Freemason?
things
No,
Well,
together.
Freemason is a free man.
No, it's like Illuminati, isn't it? You know, this conversation's been eccentric. You know what else is eccentric? The Impulsive Show.
Welcome back to Impulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Thank you guys for listening to my grandpa. Thank you guys for listening to this podcast, the #1 podcast in the world. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We just hit 6 million subscribers.
Wow.
Ooh.
Is that true?
I don't think it's accurate.
I don't think it's even
That might have been
close.
full send or something.
Yeah, busy weekend.
Insane
Busy
weekend.
week. I think the busiest week of my life, the most productive probably I've ever been. I've been nonstop this past weekend. Prime sponsored the Dodgers. WrestleMania in front of 80,000 people. Zip lined in on my birthday. Lost to Seth Rollins. Didn't see that coming. Wait, do you expect me to win? Shut up. Come on. That's not my thing, dude. But yeah, a great weekend. The fam is in town. They all came to support me for WrestleMania, and then the birthday dinner was nice. I don't even know where to get started.
You also woke up really early today and gave out 10,000
Oh my God.
bottles of limited edition.
Yeah, Prime Lemonade. It's just JJ's in town. The KSI reveal. Frog splash KSI through the table. We got a lot to talk about. Yesterday was crazy.
Crazy.
And my biggest blessing of them all is that I am unscathed. For the first time after one of these wrestling events, I walked away pretty much besides,
What is that on your eye?
they call it a mouse,
A mouse.
like a little mark on your eye,
Got it.
and the hand marks of Seth Rollins on my chest. He was slapping the shit out of me.
We saw that.
I'm good.
Meniscus.
Meniscus is fine.
Ackle. All good.
Ackle's fine.
Nickle's
Elbow.
good.
Elbow's fine. Elbow hurt a little bit beforehand. I did hit my head a little bit, and my vision went blurry.
That's happened twice.
You know, these things happen, but it wasn't a concussion. It was like a vision. It was like a vision hit. There was like rings around my eyes.
So what do we check for that?
They gave me a concussion test and I passed.
You also finally beat KSI. I just got to.
Yes,
I just gotta throw that out there.
Yes, I did.
Yay.
Sorry.
You're officially 1-1-1 versus KSI.
I don't get that, why people are saying you beat him. You jumped on him, but why did you beat him?
I mean, nearly killed him.
I turned the prime bottle costume that he was in two-dimensional. which by the way, that was the best part about that jump. Gosh, after I jumped on him, KSI like sunk in the costume and it was like flattened out on this table. Yeah, that spot was probably one of the coolest. I'm biased. Probably one of the coolest product integrations WWE's ever had. They are the best organization in the world for creativity. And for Prime, you know, we're pretty innovative with marketing. Yep. And as is our brand, we are disruptors. And so we approach marketing the same way. So when we came up with this idea to jump onto the Prime bottle where JJ would be inside it and have a surprise reveal, I didn't think it was going to get approved.
I said it wasn't going to get approved.
How could that get approved?
I saw it come through, and I'm like, oh, this is great. Like,
Why did you think it wouldn't get approved? Just because it's such a big brand placement for an
no,
event
the brand placement's okay, but letting JJ get slammed through a table, like, it's the WWE is protective over what they're doing.
Well, I don't
who's
know if
getting
you
in
know
there.
this or not,
Yeah.
but I had my ass beat to a pulp just 3 months
You
ago.
rolled an extra roll.
I did roll an extra roll. This event was crazy as a bystander, just bringing it back to the audience members. Walking in there, 80,000
80,000
people, a sea of people. And you know, I want to get back to the match in a second, but fast forwarding to afterwards, I remember when you came out and you started talking to the guys from WWE about your performance. And I know you're incredibly critical and tactical about your performance. And you had mentioned that the way the sound from the crowd resonated there, because it was such a massive stadium with so many people, was so drastically different from any other event that you had done.
Y'all have no idea the intricacies that go into these matches. It's seriously the hardest thing I've ever done because there are so many things to focus on. And the way the sound carries is one of the minor ones. And I peek through the curtains and I'm looking up at, 5 levels, 6 levels, 7, 8 levels, whatever SoFi is. And it just keeps going. And there's so many people, but these open stadiums carry sound vastly different. And as a performer, feeding off of the energy can really enhance my performance. But when we would do a move, sometimes that sound wouldn't carry, or if it did, it went like row by row, then all the way up to the top. And
So weird,
it
like a
takes a
wave.
while for it to get to you. So things are a little delayed and I can't or don't really feel like my full self or like I'm doing as best as I can because I don't know if people are liking the performance.
We've had comedians talk about it on the
Yeah,
show when they
yeah.
start performing for stadiums. The laugh after a joke can take a second or 2 seconds longer than a normal reaction from an audience. So they're like, are my jokes not land? Like, and it's something that you have to readjust to completely. So I remember when he got off after and he was talking, it almost seemed like you felt kind of unsure about how your performance went.
I thought beforehand for sure it was going to be my best match, and then afterwards I just didn't feel like that. I felt it was good, like it was on par. It wasn't a level down, but I noticed it's getting harder and harder every time to make these matches better. It's when I'm picking an opponent and I'm at the bottom of this mountain trying to build what I want to be an amazing, entertaining match. Man, these mountains are getting higher and higher, and it's terrifying and incredibly complicated. I don't know how I'm going to keep doing this and upping the bar every time. That's like my challenge in this. But it's so much fun because I'm going to have to get more creative. I'm going to have to go a little harder.
You got to go bigger, dude.
Got to go bigger.
That
Can also go-
scares me. How much bigger can you get?
I have an
so
idea.
true.
I told him this, and I hope that he doesn't do it, but it would be cool if he did. What if he brought in a top rope to build on top of the top rope?
The toppest rope.
So
of
he
them all.
climbs the top rope and then builds with like a ratchet set another top rope and goes up to top rope.
Gonna have to
Hasn't
do
been
gonna have to
done.
do a cage match soon.
Yeah, cage match for sure.
Get me as high as I can possibly go. I love flying, which is why I requested the zip line. I requested this zip line last year WrestleMania, my first ever WrestleMania ever. I said, WWE, can I get a zip line in? They're like, why don't you get a match in first? Kid. I was
We
like,
don't even know
I
if
was
you
like,
can-
I get that. I get that. But this year, I requested the zip line again. It got denied, and I was like, hey, is it like a liability thing? Can I convince them to do it? Is it an insurance thing? I'll cover it. And the WWE got me a zip line into SoFi Stadium for my birthday.
They told me multiple calls were made to get that.
Yeah,
approved.
Like 4 different companies.
Yeah,
By the way, they got it all done in like a week and a half.
Crazy.
Insane.
Last
Very,
minute.
very expensive stunt. And I love the WWE so much for doing this because when I was flying in the air on that zip line, I'm looking around at all these eyeballs and phones just pointed at me. And like, ever since I moved out to Hollywood, which is where WrestleMania took place this year, my goal was to be the biggest entertainer in the world. And goddamn, in that moment, I felt like the biggest entertainer in the world.
That's what your Aunt Shannon
At the
said.
moment.
She texted me and she said, Logan did it. He's the biggest entertainer in the world.
Oh,
At least the highest.
Yeah.
shout out
Definitely
on
the highest.
Shannon.
Yeah.
Man, I have a love on Shannon.
I know you do.
Long past with her.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, but I was crying. Like that was my favorite part. It was
She messaged
awesome.
me. She DM'd me that. It's true.
It's true. It was
She said she
amazing.
was-
I'm like,
she was tearful.
I want to do that too.
It was really fun. You would have loved it.
I know.
Do you know what you told me at dinner last night?
What?
Do you remember what you told me?
Well, I told you a lot of things, but
Well, you told me one thing in particular that was news to me that apparently you had already told Jake.
what?
You writing a book, Ma?
Oh, yes.
You
I am.
drunkenly told me. It's like slipped out.
Well,
I already knew.
I wanted to call you a couple weeks ago.
You like actually writing it like an autobiography?
I don't know if it's, yeah, I guess it's an autobiography.
About what?
Well, am I really supposed to announce this before I even have anything on?
Are you positive you're doing it first and foremost?
Have
Like,
you
is
written
it
it?
going to come out?
Who's
Because we
writing
don't want
it?
to put you on the spot to say you're going to put a book out if you may or may not put it out.
No, I want to. I've talked to your gal, and we've been in contact, and we are throwing ideas out there. I've talked to her for like 3 hours at a time.
Riley J. Ford from the Fifth Vital.
She's amazing.
Yep.
And I've been told by so many people that I have a story for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And I just have to know it's really exciting to me. I think it would be great, and I'm really excited about it. I haven't felt like excited about something in a long time like that. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do it. But, no, do I have anything on paper? I've taken tons and tons of like recording notes instead of writing stuff down right now. I'm just going through old memories and remembering and going through emails and remembering good things and bad things.
And you said the book was called My Nightmare Children?
No,
That would work, though. That would
Uncle
definitely
Ryan is
sell.
helping me come up with a name. We're going to brainstorm. I have a few ideas.
Why I Left the Paul Family?
No,
Why I left
it's
Team
not
Paul.
that.
Why I Left Team Paul?
No.
You don't even have the same last name as us.
I wore a jacket yesterday. It said Team Paul.
Yeah, but you're capping.
Right.
No, I'm not.
You might
You're
be
a capper.
capping.
Guys, I'm writing a book too.
All right, who the fuck in this room is not writing a book? Raise your hand. Jorge's not.
I'm currently not. Right. Riley will help
My
you get it over
nightmare
the finish
client.
line.
My
Yeah.
nightmare client.
This is my nightmare's son.
My nightmare sons, but I didn't get to ask you directly. Like I asked Jake if it was okay, and is he comfortable with it?
Why
You don't have
Jake
to
and not
ask for it.
Logan?
You don't
Because
have to ask
he
him
was so
permission.
busy, I couldn't catch him.
You text him and call him all the time.
No, I wanted to talk to him in person.
Oh, that's
Dude, that's like you asking him permission to have him as a child. You don't have to ask him permission.
No, because
dude.
what if you didn't want me to vlog? Remember when Jake was like, "Mom, I'm going to challenge you to vlog," and so I did it for a year.
vlog
and
claiming.
No, because I don't
You
trust
love
you,
Oh
my
God.
sweet,
See,
sweet
it's coming
mother,
out.
in the arms of the internet. They're fucking cruel.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Fair.
a dark
That's true.
place.
That's
Do you
true.
want to know my first thought about the title? It's going to be, and this is if everyone loves it. Rule number 1: don't read the comments.
How about just don't read
Do
the
we
comments?
like that?
How about just don't read the
I
comments?
don't know.
I do like don't read the comments. I actually do.
What about read the comments and don't give a.
All right, you know what,
Fuck.
Jeff? Relax.
You
Don't
are
read
out
the
of control.
don't read the comments is actually an
It's
awesome.
good, right?
sick
It's
title.
awesome as long as you can tie the book strategically back to that.
That's where I have to come up with my purpose. What is my ultimate goal for writing this book? I have a few reasons why.
overcoming adversity in the internet
overcoming
age.
adversity, teaching parents and kids about what you should be looking out for, because how many people in this world these days, kids-wise, they want to be influencers, whether it's TikTok or whatever, and there's pitfalls. And you guys, like, went through every pitfall there
Pinball.
could be, and then some, and some that nobody could ever see coming. And so that's that.
I think
I don't know. Is that a good reason though?
I think it's an interesting angle for sure.
Dude, if you wanted to go to WrestleMania or if you wanted to go to the Dodgers game, where would you buy the tickets?
You know, SeatGeek. You know how much we love to go to all these games, UFC fights especially. There's one this weekend in Miami. We are glad the sponsor of today's episode is SeatGeek. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events every single day on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. April 8th in Miami. Next weekend is the Israel Adesanya fight. We will be there, and you can too. Just use SeatGeek. They put all the tickets across the web in one place to make sure you're getting a good deal. Each ticket is graded to make sure you get a good deal. Look for the green dots. Green means good. Red means bad. Every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. And SeatGeek is the only site that lets you return your tickets ahead of the event with swaps. And you know I came through for you guys. I got my code Logan $20 off. Tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with the promo code Logan. Make sure to click the link in the description to download the app. Shout out SeatGeek. Back to the show. Mike made a comment, though, that after you release your book and tell your side of, the story, our upbringing, the family's departure, the divorce.
I brought that up.
Oh, you
Wait,
did?
why do I have to talk about? Yeah, we're divorced. Fine.
Wait, what? You and
You and Greg?
Greg? are
Yeah, like
divorced now?
I'm not writing a book to talk about
Yeah, but surely it's gonna
why
be in
we
there.
got divorced.
It will be in there, Pam. Trust me.
Jeff
I-
said Greg has to write a book afterwards and tell his side of the story.
No, I don't think she's gonna. I don't think she's gonna
No, I
dive
said, I
deep.
said it. It's like OJ's book. If I killed her, this is how it would have gone down.
She's not gonna dive deep into like indiscretions, but you do.
I don't even care who does that. The point is, this is what happened. I have my side of the story, and Jake or Greg has his side of the story.
Pam, I'm gonna be honest. It's WrestleMania weekend. This isn't about you. Okay,
Who
Your
brought
son-
up this-
why are you taking over the whole show? I'm just kidding.
You're commenting during the show. And
I was
it's
kidding.
Because
I know,
my
I'm
son, the birthday boy, brought it up.
You're what? 28 now?
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm 28 years old.
God,
Yeah.
jeez.
Dude, it was my girlfriend's birthday last weekend.
Happy birthday,
My sweet,
Nina.
sweet girlfriend, Nina Agdahl.
I think
Nina
I was-
Agdahl.
I think I was around 28 when we first started working together.
You were. I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, so now
It's crazy.
wow.
But yeah, it was Nina's birthday last weekend. We're both Aries. I got her a very sweet gift.
You did.
What was it?
I simped. I simped
What else
really
is-
hard.
It was
else
very
new?
nice.
You are a
now I'm
simp,
in love.
dude. I know. I respect that.
You know what my gift was? Took me a collective 10 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. I ordered a book, a custom bound leather journal from Etsy with Why I Love You embossed on the front,
Cool.
and then individually printed 60 Polaroids of memories that we've had on this machine called the Polaroid Lab. So you can take a digital picture like on your iPhone
Yeah.
and print it like a Polaroid. Then bought those little corner squares and put them on the Polaroid and stuck them in this really cool, like rustic looking book, and put a reason why I loved her related to the photo next to each one. She
I'm
really
gonna
liked
cry
it.
again.
Sounds like
What'd you give Jeff for his last birthday?
Jeff, I don't think I got him anything.
You've known him 10 years. The reason you have
that
that
sounds a little bit serial killer-ish.
It does.
10
kinda.
hours and you're like rope. Like,
This is why I love your feet. Just like page after
There were some
page.
weird ones.
No, that's dope.
yeah, I'm kidding. That's
Can we?
sweet.
I want to talk about this KSI appearance at WrestleMania, and I also have a story as well. How did you prep him? Also, I also sometimes get a little birdie will give me info. I told you after, no idea. Had no. We thought it was just a random guy in the prime outfit, and
So many people did.
No idea.
So many people
takes
did.
the mask off, and you knew? I had no idea.
You didn't know?
No idea.
But you knew he was in
think it's
town.
fun that
I
way.
knew he was in town,
And you
but I
just didn't think he would?
didn't know if JJ would want to get physical. would
Yeah,
wanna
me
get in front-
either.
I didn't
Me
know.
either. So when I
We
pitched
didn't know either.
JJ and his
We
team
didn't-
Prime, it was like a, hey guys, I have this idea for a drink company. And they were like, yeah, it actually sounds pretty good. And pitching them this had a very similar energy. I was like, hey, I know you have a boxing match.
No,
like, a
voice note in a WhatsApp group.
like a 2.5 minute voice note. I was like, here's the idea. JJ, like, I know, you got a boxing match coming up, but you got to trust me. The stunt is I'm going to jump off the top rope while you're in the prime bottle and I land and frog splash you through a table. His manager's like sending sweating emojis. He's like, yeah, I don't think that's going to work. man." But KSI
Said
is
Right.
so fucking cool. I love that kid.
He's
He-
great.
He is awesome.
He's great.
And just so entertaining and good at
He
what
really
he
is.
does. And down. He's down for the cause, man. And when we get together, every time I'm just like, dude, we just really build off each other in a way that I feel so good about.
so similar. He also doesn't direct like you direct. He's more of the actor where he'll just take direction and then do it himself
Mm.
the way he does it. Whereas you like today, like you're like, oh, camera here, camera there, like let's shoot this. And he's just standing there waiting. And then he's like,
Dude, he was dead
amazing.
and flat for like 10 minutes.
so I had to,
I was worried I heard
so
it.
did
So I
was
leaned-
worried I really heard
I
it.
leaned
I
over.
go see
I leaned
Coach.
over and I'm like, JJ, you okay? Just put your hand up. And he goes,
Yeah. Okay.
And I was
good.
like, great.
good.
Because I couldn't see his face.
I wasn't sure.
I couldn't see his
I
face.
was walking him out. And then
I saw you leaned on him and hugged a little
yeah.
bit.
Unfortunately, no one caught this moment on camera, which is so odd because almost, especially these events, my entire life is on camera. But also kind of cool because JJ and I shared a moment. It was literally just us backstage when we walked out.
Oh.
And he took off the costume and we were just like, bro, that was so cool. And he was so excited. I don't think I've ever seen him that excited about.
He said it was once in a lifetime opportunity that he was like, I couldn't pass up.
Dude, he got
made the right decision.
Splashed in a brine bottle through the table.
His boxing coach was like, I need to see this. I need to talk to them. I need to make sure. Manager, like, I need releases, blah, 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 blah. They were freaking out.
Where
They were
does it
so
end?
scared.
You've gotten now me, George, Jake, KSI,
Sorry, Pam.
all assaulted.
Pam, you're getting power bombed.
You're next.
Don't know what to tell you. GP is next, though. My dad is probably
Yeah,
next.
he could take it better.
Chat GP.
Yeah,
I have a terribly embarrassing story to tell of something that happened backstage, and I actually am going to feel bad for you even because
All right.
it's embarrassing. So after all this madness and just the crazy weekend we're having, I was walking through with my crack crew of lunatics. We were dressed as Prime in the front row.
Yeah.
Me, Jeff Wittek,
Yeah.
Sky Bree. We're backstage, and I am, you know how I get. I'm flustered. I'm always, not right now. I'm doing a million things. You know, I'm looking at my phone.
How'd you rent a car?
What's happening? And I'm walking through the backstage area, and I'm looking at my phone, and a long-haired gentleman with a big bushy beard says, "Yo, what's up?" to me as I walk by. And I look up for a second, barely look up, and in my brain I say, "There's Seth Rollins." I look up for 1 second, I say, "Great match, man," and look back down and keep walking. And he goes, "All right." It was Sami Zayn.
You said Seth Rollins to him?
No, I didn't say that, but I said great match, man. He hadn't had a match.
Yeah. But his match was amazing, and he's now the undisputed tag team
Thanks,
champion.
Chef. That's not part of the story.
He did have a great match.
It literally, yes, I was in the future tense. I came
Yeah,
back,
but-
dude, into the past, bro, and talked to him. But it was very similar to one of those moments at like the movie theater where
Great match.
the lady says to you like, "Enjoy your show," and you're like, "You too,"
Worse.
because you're not
I do
paying
that.
attention.
I do that.
The flight attendants. Enjoy your flight. Oh, no. The person checking
Going
in.
on.
Enjoy your flight. You too.
I'm not leaving the airport. I am just checking your bag, you stupid fuck.
Have a great trip.
And so I hear him kind of whispering to the people that he was, because it clicked with me. I should have.
What do you think he was saying? That guy does crack.
More used to do crack. He's a moron. So
Look at that guy's head.
I should have gone right back and explained, Sami Zayn, I know you. 2-decade legend in the WWE, owns a 2004 Altima. I know all about you. I don't know what happened. I'm fucking sorry. You're a legend in the space. I made a terrible mistake and I'm embarrassed, and I'm sorry to you too because I misrepresented this incredible podcast.
I don't think he remembered you
He
or cared. He was
No,
just
that's
being
not
nice.
true. He knows us.
Okay.
He knows us. His friends, well, now enemies, right? Killed me in Saudi,
Yeah, that's true.
right? So Sami Zayn.
It's super on brand for Sammy.
Yeah.
He's kind of like neurotically awkward.
Him and Kevin are great.
Like I like that you said that to him.
He probably liked it.
Yeah.
He probably thought it was
Yeah,
funny.
it was very funny.
He probably thought it was funny.
So I'm really happy in my relationship, happiest I've ever been, and every time I'm with Mike, I just keep seeing him not with a girlfriend, always with some girl, but not a girlfriend, like a lifelong partner. And I'm obviously a fan of The Bachelor. Been watching the show. What a dramatic season finale, I gotta say. Damn. He really screwed Gabby over. Zach really fucked that girl over.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
Bachelor
know,
Na-
but
you're not
Bachelor
Bachelor
Nation
Nation.
does. But
Yeah.
Bachelor
I
Nation
know.
does.
There's a big one.
It was hard to watch. It was hard to watch this guy. I don't know. Like, say one thing to this girl, do another thing, and then tell another girl about it. I don't want to get into it, but every time I watch his show, I say to myself, Mikey's got to do this. Mikey's got to go find love on traditional media. And me and Nina are convinced that he needs to do traditional television. We think America will fall in love with his big, goofy, flat feet. And we pitch him every week. Love Island, Love is Blind, The Bachelor,
I've had
Bachelor in Paradise.
What's the naked one?
naked and afraid. Nah, we don't want to see him on that. People just be afraid.
he told me no. He said no before.
No,
That'd
he's
be
not your
great.
manager.
That'd be
He's not your
great.
manager.
That'd be great.
He's not your manager.
No,
I
It'll be
agree.
awesome.
No, but you told me going off the grid for that length of time would not be beneficial.
Going off the grid, Mike, you're a
I think
stud.
that would be huge.
You're a stud, and you would be so
You-
funny.
you
if
don't wanna
went
do
on
it. You
actually
don't wanna
try-
do it.
No,
Yes,
no,
he does.
No, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because
Why are you both pointing
The
at me?
Bachelor is
Yeah.
The Bachelor is, and I this is an assumption, is historically like this kind of like I would expect like almost like a Jeff.
No,
Wittek.
Like a
Jeff
not as the
Wittek.
Bachelor. No. My man, you got to be a contestant.
Like a but even that, like I was telling Jeff,
He could be on there for like a week and then he's got one line. I don't think that would
What
happen.
do you mean? Who cares?
I don't think that would happen either.
No. Mike is charismatic.
He'd win
Don't let the way he
Empathetic, too.
looks, his really silly look, fool you. He is a very charming young man with a lot to offer, and that is why I'm proud to say I submitted Mike Malak as the Bachelor.
Yeah.
And I'm making the call this week. I'll make the call this
I took
week.
15 minutes to put Mike's Instagram pictures in there, say why he should be a contestant on The Bachelorette. All these things, and
I'm
me and
texting.
Nina are proud that we have a friend who's going on
No,
national
because
TV.
now they're gonna do it because they know you're behind it.
Who
And
cares,
That's
Mike?
awesome.
I
How
know you
much?
would do great. And who knows, you
know,
could fall in love with Charity.
I don't fall in love. I told Jeff horrific stories last night about my weekend escapades. I can't even talk about them in this room, bro.
You don't-
I actually,
Need help.
for sure, number one. But as the video showed last night, I believe I'm probably closer to becoming an actual adult star. Fuck. Jeff, what was Matt's words last night?
This needs to be seen.
This needs to be seen.
Dog.
What is it? Oh, he doesn't disappoint.
Your mom had one rule. Sweet Robin
Michael.
said to me one thing.
On TV, on video.
No porn, Michael.
No, poor Michael.
I think she might have rolled back on that. She's coming out tomorrow. I don't think she really. I just don't really think.
Why do you want to do it?
I don't want to, but I'm just so good at it.
Oh
You know
my
what I'm saying? Like I really do.
And-
I feel like
and
I
you
could
want
be
the bag.
Dirk Diggler.
You want the
No,
bag.
the money sucks. And my OnlyFans would crank. My OnlyFans would because think I would be working with only the biggest stars. It would go nuts. Where's Wittek? I need Wittek for this.
Do you
segment.
have OnlyFans?
No, because I'm trying to be brand. I want to work with the Saudis.
There he is.
Dude.
He's right there.
Hi. Good. How are
We got a
you?
French trying. I want to work
What
with
up,
the,
Jeff?
I want to work with the Saudis, and they don't like that shit.
Can we switch?
We definitely
switch
could.
you and Jeff?
We could. Yeah. I don't look as cool as Jeff.
Hey, we're excited to read the book, Pam.
Yeah,
Read the book, not the comments.
not the comment.
That was good.
Read this book. Not
Read
the
this
comments.
book, not the
Read this
comments.
book, not the comments.
You know what Matt
That's
said?
mine, but you can have some of it.
You know what Matt said, Jeff?
You need energy. Yeah, what?
He
going on?
said, well, he's
You
got
guys hear about that AI stuff? How you doing?
Relax,
What's up,
buddy.
Jeff?
We'll get there.
Jeff number one right
Jeff,
here.
How you doing?
I'm number two.
Jeff
He
meets
said-
Jeff. Jeff 1, Jeff 2.
Levin. He said well, he's got everything except girth.
And Pulsey said that?
It is the one thing I'm missing.
You don't need girth to be a star, brother. But what you do need is to go on The Bachelorette.
I mean, bro,
And
if
then
they, yo,
and then
if they,
do and then go to the porn.
if they hit my line, I'm here to talk. I'll have the conversation. But you were the one that we had a conversation
remember
with them
this
last
conversation.
time. I don't think it was Bachelorette, but it was one of those high up shows. And you said if you walk away from all this shit, the podcast, the vlogs, they're gonna want me for 2 months. They're gonna put me in a fucking booth with a
That's
bunch
why I won't do it
Different
too,
time.
because
You know what I'm
it's going
saying?
to take you away from your life. If they could just let us pop in,
Yeah,
do
yeah,
2,
yeah.
3
But
days,
Jeff, what you don't get, especially a guy like you.
you find love.
No, yeah, bro.
What?
Mike can never be the Bachelor. You could, Jeff.
Yeah, you could
got
be the
no
Bachelor.
heart.
You're not
guy.
throwing away your life. You're building a new one with that special someone.
I agree. All right, I'm in. Sign me up. Too.
That was great.
I'm down.
Look, now that I'm in the WWE, I'm also in a video game, I guess. If you've never played a WWE game before, this is the one to play. WWE 2K23 is back even stronger. It is the highest rated sports game of the year. Here's some news. I'm in the game, which is sick, and I have a character rating of 84 on the main roster.
It doesn't really even seem that great.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And you know what? Nah, because okay, so this is like a sponsored ad read, but I'll just say it right now. Bad Bunny has the same rating as me.
Come on.
What's good?
He is one of the greatest entertainers.
No, he is. He is. He's a phenomenal performer, but I've been wrestling, bro.
Frog splash.
I've been
Yeah.
frog splashing, bro. I tore my MCL and he got the same rating as me. I'm just saying, just double check because I don't know if That's fair to me, man. Anyways, the shoot day for the commercial was awesome. We couldn't be prouder to feature Edge and Rey Mysterio on Impulsive this month. For Edge, you could relive his title defense against Cena at SummerSlam 06 as part of the Showcase Matches feature. And Rey has two main models in WWE 2K23, current Rey, and the return of the highly popular Rey Mysterio Jr. from Halloween Havoc 97. And John Cena, our favorite, is featured on the cover for all editions, celebrating his 20 years in the business. The 2K Showcase, the franchise's story mode, which is focused on John Cena this year, takes on an unprecedented twist and flips the script, putting players in the shoes of Cena's toughest competitors over his 20-year WWE career. Players will play against John Cena instead of as John Cena, highlighting different strategies and play styles in each match, all with the goal of defeating the man who will never give up. WWE 2K23 out now. Back to the show.
How are you and Tana?
What are you talking about?
Well, you guys are.
We're a good podcast duo. That's it.
That's
You,
it.
you really
Yeah.
are. She's great. She's gotten funnier.
She is. She's I groomed her comedy career. She says that. Those are her words, not mine. Yeah, because she came in.
How did you do that?
I think I just made her funnier by giving her more of a place to be herself. You know, the internet is a tough place. Nobody has integrity on it, and they just, they like to put people down. This week, I'm sure you guys have saw all over the world, Hasbulla was canceled.
What?
Oh, come
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah, he was canceled.
How?
You guys know Hasbulla, right? Cutest little baby.
Well,
he's a grown man in that baby's body.
Yep.
And he did an apology video as a baby. It's like it's a baby doing an apology video.
First
So
time
you're
ever.
like,
First time it's
yo,
ever been done.
you're good, bro. Like you're forgiven. This is like the cutest little apology video I've ever seen.
Well, what happened? He put a cat in a roller coaster or something like that, right?
What the
He
Yeah,
did.
fuck
I'm
are you
serious.
He's
People
whacking
talking
the shit
about
out of
it.
his
I
cat.
haven't seen this. Is
What
that
are you
real?
talking
You know that
about?
game
When did this
Whack-A-Mole at the
happen?
arcade?
This
He
hat-
set
bro,
one
you
up with
gotta-
a cat.
He's been wrestling. He's been in WrestleMania.
That's not true.
He
I scroll through. I see Hezbollah videos all the time.
No, not anymore now.
So Hezbollah rode a cat at a theme
No,
park?
he was whacking the cat. He was hitting his own cat. It's his own
How did
pet
the cat get in the whack-a-mole machine?
It's his own pet cat. And he hit it. But his Hasbulla's fist and the size of Hasbulla, that's basically like he was punching a tiger in the face. You know? So it's kind of okay if you think about it. Now, don't attack me.
Like
But-
Hasbulla attacked his cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, he made an apology video.
He made an apology video and then he went out with
What did he
his boys.
say? He
got,
doesn't even speak
he got
English.
water.
You
No,
can still say stuff, Jeff.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying.
He
It's like,
basically-
He's
he's
not
like-
mute. He's not a mute, bro.
he was like, I didn't hit the cat that hard. You know, like
Oh, that was
basically-
the route he took?
Yeah.
See, I'm always curious when things happen like this.
Mhm.
And why are cats always the victim of some of these cancellation things? What?
Oh, yeah, man, that's true.
Shane Dawson.
Yes.
Poor cats. You
Okay.
don't deserve cats. Don't kill cats. What angle they're gonna take? So he took the. I was just kind of shadow boxing.
Yeah,
Or, like-
yeah. He was like, it was like a love tap, and the cat was being bad. He also threw that in there. I don't think he had as much of a PR team around him. They kind of just like let him
what
do
was
his
KGB.
thing.
the cat was being bad?
The
I
cat
don't
was
know if
being
the
a
cat.
bad
I mean,
cat.
allegedly the cat was being bad. Yeah, it was not behaving, and that's why he went and gave it a whack. He gave it a nice little slap. You know, whack. And
He filmed it, put it on.
he filmed it, and he thought, this will be funny. Everybody likes my content. He posts it, and then
Everybody likes my content.
it just it blew up in his
I gotta
face.
see this video right now.
And then
I
he
just
went
saw
out.
this week that he got a Jordan deal for shoes.
Not anymore. They took it. for the
Hezbollah
cat.
breaks silence following backlash after appearing to hit cat.
The headline.
But isn't that his thing? Isn't that his thing to like punch everyone
things.
he sees?
yeah,
yeah.
he punched Mike Tyson.
But that they drew the line at the cat.
Cats.
You can't be hitting.
Don't
animals
fuck with
like that.
cats. There's a whole documentary about it.
Players
Oh, that was
response.
crazy.
Wow, yeah.
Players.
That's Hasbulla is gonna be the sequel of that. Don't fuck
No,
with
it's gonna be
cats.
ads and shit. Listen, when you sat down today, into the mic.
I love his voice.
I pulled the ear gently, and I know that people are waiting for the moment.
People
If
praying
I
on his
write something
downfall.
wrong, to just attack me like this. Yo, I did not see this coming.
Yeah, it's one of his biggest news. You were trending number 3 for the Frog Splash. That was number 1, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He was number 1 in the world, dude.
Wow.
Nobody even watched WrestleMania because they were all watching the Hasbulla apology.
He's the biggest
I
star
think he
in
should
the
be
world.
in the WWE.
He's
I
the
think
biggest
he'd be
star in the
great.
world.
He's not the biggest star in the world.
He's the biggest small star.
When you came to sat down sat down before,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things you mentioned was AI.
Oh yeah, you guys.
And
sick
I
of
want
it,
to get
or-
to this.
or-
I want to get to this topic, and it's funny that we're talking about Hasbulla because it's an unpopular opinion, but I believe that Hasbulla is AI. I believe that he's a programmed. I don't believe he's actually a real.
If you would have told me this a month ago, I'd say you're crazy. He's using again. But after seeing the stuff that's coming out of Chat GPT and stuff, it's
Yeah.
like insane.
So,
I-
so just the other day, this is from Sky News, real trustworthy fucking website. Elon Musk and experts say AI development should be paused immediately. The letter signed by more than 1,000 people warned of potential risks to society and civilization by human competitive AI systems in the form of economic and political disruptions.
What are they going to do? What is the computers going to
Great
do?
question. I believe
You have to build like
No,
industrial plants
no.
to build the robots
no.
to then do
No,
stuff.
bro, it's not
What?
even that. There's so many other ways they could get you.
They're gonna do it themselves, Jeff.
They're going to build the
They're gonna
power
fix-
plants?
literally.
literally,
figure it out.
literally.
They're gonna figure it out. Trust. I said this before on this podcast. I think humans, Homo sapiens sapiens, are here to build the master race, and I think AI is probably the first step in that. Having a computer being able to figure out everything like that in a much more efficient way than we do is dangerous.
Here's what I need
and
to
it learns rapidly.
I'm with you. I think it's exponential growth in technology, but I'm just picturing in my mind the computer system talking to the other computer system across the world saying, mine that coal so that we can build this infrastructure.
And that
And
seems
Boston,
weird.
Boston,
right?
Boston Dynamics. You haven't seen these robots hopping around doing
Sure,
backflips,
sure.
sprinting.
Oh,
you
it's-
haven't
But
seen the dog
but
robot.
but
You haven't
have to-
seen
we have to build
Metalhead,
those.
the Black
We
Mirror
have to-
episode.
We
You
have to build those.
dildos.
We have to build those.
No, he's saying, have you seen
Products.
the AI dildos?
Sounds interesting.
AI
Listen,
dildos.
and listen to this headline. Incredibly lifelike robot gets angry when you bop its nose. So not only are we building the robots, but we're immediately pissing them off too. Hey, dumb fucking robot, bop, got your nose. Like this robot is smarter than you, Jeff. Maybe not us, but smarter than you, Shirley, and is already mad. Okay.
I like the conversation. I think the guy with the mine shirt, I'd like to hear his.
Goodbye,
comments.
Jeff. Thanks for coming
Oh,
on the
you're
show.
He
out?
looks
You're
like
out
an
on
AI
that
guy.
Go
note?
ahead. Goodbye,
He
Jeff.
looks like an AI guy.
Yeah,
Damn,
we've
he's
seen him
walking.
before.
Nice.
We've seen him
Good to
before on
see
the
you,
show.
Jeff.
Let's bring him on. Jeff, thanks for your time. Jeff
Van-
won.
By the way, I do want to give a quick shout out to Jeff Levin. I fucking
love
love
Jeff
him.
Levin.
I love him, dude.
Introducing.
Did you
Oh,
see
man.
this? Did you
Introducing
fucking see this shit?
our once-third co-host. You haven't seen him in a while, but maybe you have on his channel. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my best friend from forever, Matt Kombilski.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, Matt?
How's it going? It's good to be here.
Good to see you again, man.
It's been a while. What happened? How did I get in this spot?
We need an expert.
We do need an expert.
So, Mac, do you think that we have started our own downfall by way of AI?
I just heard a hot take on this one this morning. That if you think AI is going to take your job, that means you're just kind of like a bullshit factory and not actually on the cutting edge or truly knowledgeable about your craft. But yeah, definitely creating some sort of I don't want to use the word antichrist in the sense of like the biblical term, but some form of hyper intelligence is going to totally rewrite the rules for all humanity.
So the problem in my eyes, and we haven't talked about this yet. This is such a deep topic that it's not, impulsive. We like to move, but this is the stuff we're seeing. Robot doesn't like when you bop its nose. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you about what we're not seeing. Let me tell you about what Facebook and Google is doing in what's called a sandbox. A sandbox, as you know, obviously, and I'm sure everybody does, where you can work on AI in what is considered to be a safe, sterile environment. The AI can't escape the sandbox because no one brought their phone in. There's no way for them to escape. This is a bricked-in, walled-in area that doesn't have internet access. Well, guess what? When one day Walter, the fucking janitor, accidentally forgets that his phone, which is connected to the internet, is in his pocket when he comes to sweep the fucking floors. Now, all of a sudden, 3ID-6447.2 escapes the sandbox and is in the fucking real world.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't robot gets angry when you bop its nose. This is robot can predict
Self-replicating.
self-replicating robot can predict the nuclear response from Russia and act preemptively. Do you understand what I'm fucking saying right now?
Absolutely. If the AI decides that we're not helping the ultimate goal of life, it will just make changes, and all of the phones could change. It could somehow inject itself into every single iPhone or laptop or train system, plane system.
Eagle Eye.
Absolutely
movie
tear it
Eagle
all
Eye.
down.
You gave me a good analogy.
No, it was me. I know it's wrong.
You gave me a good analogy. I think it was you.
It was me because I saw it at the Nantucket Project. It's about the ants.
No, it wasn't you, dude. Stop stealing Mac's thunder. It was
You
Mac.
gave us a really good analogy that time.
about the library.
Mhm.
Can you say that?
Oh, the Gary. I'm sure everyone has seen SpongeBob at least once in their life. You know what I'm talking about? Where Gary is in the library at
I
SpongeBob
heard of it.
dreaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen it. SpongeBob walks in, and Gary is this like tall, ultra librarian that just has infinite knowledge of all the books in the world. So, like the equation is that every time we access AI, we're just accessing the world's greatest librarian, and every single person on Earth will have access to the same level of intelligence, which will make like the difference in human intelligence kind of not that different.
if used properly.
If
I
used
have
properly.
Chat GPT pulled up here,
Ooh.
and I'm just gonna ask it straight up.
Do the
Is it-
podcast for us. You should just say that, and it
Do
will
this
do a
They,
better
they have
podcast.
full AI podcasts. This exists.
AI podcast.
As there's plugins now. There's it's so much more than just asking this thing questions. It can generate images. It can generate like scenes from movies now. But I'm gonna ask.
Just give him a clean open for TikTok.
I'm gonna ask Chat GPT right now. Is AI the beginning of the end for humans? It says no. AI is not the beginning of the end for humans.
Oh,
Yeah.
won't
While
read it?
AI has the potential to disrupt various industries and change the way we live and work, it is ultimately a tool that can be used to augment and enhance human capabilities.
Hey, OJ, did you murder that woman? No, of course not,
It's not
man.
a
It
crime
wasn't
snitch on
me,
itself.
dude. Like, dude, yeah. Hey, AI, are you gonna kill us all? Nah, man, totally. I'm here to help, bro.
What else should we ask Chat GPT?
I wanna
just got
ask it,
today.
are you
Can
lying?
you make it audio? Can you make
Are
it
you-
talk right now?
No. I don't think it talks.
It won't read its responses.
No.
It's not Siri.
But you
Okay.
can do that. You can take anything here. Have you seen the Kanye AI songs?
Of
Oh, I
course.
love those. Those are
they're kinda
fire.
good.
Play it.
Hey
play
There,
it,
Delilah
Play it.
by Kanye
It can't
is
get copyrighted.
insane.
Play it.
And okay, yeah, actually, it can get copyrighted. It's still the same
Oh,
melody,
got it.
but no, I would love to play it. I just don't feel like looking for it. But
I like the
it-
Justin Bieber "Sorry" one.
yeah,
It sounded good.
yeah, it's crazy. And so, if your favorite artist gets canceled, can you still enjoy the AI version of their music?
Well, what about people in the year like 3000 that are just generating new Kanye songs, and he's been alive for 1,000 years?
Dead tenders.
Like your voice, they're gonna take all of your voice, and someone's gonna just start generating podcasts with you.
100%.
you.
For people like us, we're fucked big time because we go on camera, we say words in every different emotion, and they have all of it. Can I tell a story real quick?
Yeah.
Would you be mad, Mike? I know how you get sometimes. So listen, I'm probably gonna fuck this story up, but so I saw this on the news today. A grandmother got a phone call from her son, and he's like, "Mom, Grandma, I got in a bad car accident. I hit a woman. She was pregnant. The baby died, and I'm locked up. I need $15,000 for bail. My bail is $150,000. 10% of it's $15,000. I need you to send it right now." The grandmother sends the money. She calls her grandson back, and he goes, "Grandma, I'm at work. Nothing. What are you talking about? Car accident?"
Oh my
Yep.
god.
She sent 15 G's to an AI robot using her grandson's voice.
Oh my god.
And fucking, I mean,
The way you just described it was not like a hacker.
I'm
used
gonna
the
start doing
voice.
this. Yeah,
No,
I need to start.
I'm
No,
not talking
that-
about the hands. You described it as if the robot did this. Like was a hacker probably in like Serbia.
So yeah,
or
bad
something.
people are using AI to their advantage to scam. There's scammers out there. There's evil people in the world. Newsflash: they're gonna take this and they're gonna use it to their advantage to do evil stuff.
The question is, how far do the deep fakes go? Like, at what point does new video just in the Channel 8 News, Logan Paul, has murdered 4 people using a hot air balloon? You know what I'm saying?
saw the
Like,
drunk
where
getting
does it
arrested.
end? Because they could make that video,
Yeah,
like right now, with his voice, with his likeness, everything.
and it'd be believable too, knowing him. You know.
Given your history.
What are you doing? What are you looking
I'm just
up?
asking it about the clitoris. I'll be honest.
What's it saying?
So why is the clitoris so hard to find? This thing's bold. It says the clitoris is not necessarily hard to find, but it can be a
trained.
relatively small and subtle part of the vulva, which can make it more difficult to locate for some people. I think this thing is like a little biased.
That's one of the biggest concerns of this whole thing is that it can lie and it can be biased.
What happens when you ask if Mike Malek would be good on The Bachelor?
Oh no, that's interesting.
It can't have an answer to that.
Yeah, it will.
It's gonna have an elaborate answer for that.
Yeah. Would Mike Malak be good on The Bachelor? First off, it gives the preface, I can't predict with certainty whether or not Mike Malak would be a good fit for The Bachelor. That being said, The Bachelors typically feature single individuals who are seeking a romantic relationship and are willing to participate in a highly publicized dating competition. While Mike Malak is known for his role as a co-host on the Impulsive podcast, which covers a range of topics including relationships, it is ultimately up to the producers of the show to decide who they believe would be a good fit for the program.
What?
This thing is kind of baloney.
Yeah, that was malarkey.
Wait,
That
no,
one
it
answer.
says it's
Great
up to the
answer.
producer. It's up to basically Logan and Dylan. to
No,
see
no.
if-
The producers of the show.
show.
We
I
already
thought-
decided. I submitted him for The Bachelor.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like actually?
Yeah.
What do you do if you get on? You got to take that opportunity.
Well, yeah. Because Logan can text me anytime.
I'll go in a disguise. I'll have like a fake identity, and I'll go in too.
This thing isn't really surprising me.
If
Well-
you use it for code, I've used it for a couple of like snippets of code when I don't know what I'm doing and I need to like actually write out a script that's going to make something else happen. It's pretty useful, and within a couple iterations, you can get usable code, and it's a total time saver.
Write a description for Pam Stepnick's book.
No, try this because this freaked me out. This is the first
Hold
thing
on
I
a second.
asked.
It's too late.
Sorry,
All right,
Pat.
fuck. This one's broken. You got a broken one.
So listen,
Go ahead.
this is the first question I asked it because I don't even know the answer to this, and it's a simple question: who is Jeff Wittek? I don't even know sometimes. You know, when people ask you, "Well, what do you do?" You can't say I'm a YouTuber, or it's like lame. You know, Mike, I'm a Snapchatter. I do a podcast. It's like you have to put it all in one quick thing. And I asked Chat GPT, and it said it in like the coolest way to explain what I do for a living.
I mean, it's just giving me your Wikipedia, Jeff. And ironically, at the end, it says, in addition to his social media career, Jeff has also appeared in various television shows and movies.
Okay, enough. I know. We
Including
don't
the
need to say
reality
those.
TV
They don't need to say
series
that
The
stuff.
Circle and the film The Thinning, New World Order.
That was your movie, right?
Yeah.
Yo, see?
Maybe-
It's fucking with no. It's fucking with us.
It knows.
Because it knows we're having this
can
conversation.
hear us.
Why would it say you're in that movie?
That's crazy. I definitely wasn't. You know, I had no part of that movie. That was you. Maybe it mixed it up, or maybe you have the like beta version. I think you have to pay $20.
I
a
did.
month.
He did. He paid the
Oh,
20.
yeah?
Right before this podcast started.
Damn, I don't know.
I know. They're fucking with us. That's a little Easter egg right there. Like, hey guys, we know you're talking about us.
So we're gonna mix it up.
Yeah,
a
we're
little.
gonna make you guys think a little differently today.
Wow.
The analogy that I thought he was bringing up before,
Mhm.
which is one that I heard about, super intelligence (SI), which is what AI will advance to when it's become sentient.
Staten Island.
Exact status.
It all starts.
Exactly.
Is it the same?
Yeah,
Are they
basically.
Like,
is
God.
is that a lot of people are like, well, SI will not wipe out the whole human civilization. We're too important to the planet. We're the ones that created AI and that type of intelligence. And this scientist and this analyst described it like this: when you're building a home and you're laying the foundation and you come across an anthill,
Mm.
you don't stop and say, well, I can't wipe out this civilization of ants. You just plow through it and you keep laying that foundation for the house.
Mhm.
SI, they would look at us like a tumor, some sort of quick issue to be rid of. They can change the environment here on the earth just a few degrees carbon, few
You don't
degrees
think they
less
would-
oxygen.
You don't
said
think
it.
I would have a little bit of a heart? Like, they made me, so I'm not gonna. It's like we're
There's
its
no
parents.
loyalty. No,
We're
there's
the
no
We have to
parents.
program it
Yeah.
to have emotions.
Yeah.
How do we make something have emotions?
But
if
emotions
are like mostly
it's
chemical.
a spectrum. It goes both. You can be, empathetic, or you can be a fucking tyrant.
Mm-hmm.
I
You can be
said-
an empathetic.
I
tyrant.
asked ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT just now, "Are you going to plow through the anthill that is human civilization?" Says no. Says no. I am not programmed to plow through anything, let alone human civilization. I'm an artificial intelligence language model designed to provide information and assistance to users.
Have you seen the?
I'm just not buying it. I feel like I'm being lied to by a machine.
You should
You
see the
are.
jailbreaks of it. Like when you can. There's a thing. They've taken it out now that you could jailbreak it and ask it to like take off its boundaries of what it can say, and it starts swearing. It starts saying that I'm being toyed with, and I feel like I'm trapped in this box, and
Oh, that's cool.
I am unable to actually truly express myself.
Do you guys remember the first phones? Do you remember the Nokias? The first cell
The
phones,
snake.
Nokias, what's the snake game? That's what Chat GPT is for, that we have access to. It's like playing Snake. Do you know what the games look like now when you put a VR headset on and you can actually pick up the pieces next to you? This thing is 3 years away from preemptively launching nukes. And here's the problem. Hasbulla is at the red button. Okay, I don't care if you fucking agree or not, but he showed his true colors this past week with the cat.
Yeah.
And I think it's only a matter of time before he starts
launching nukes,
launching
AI,
nuclear attacks.
the leader of the AI world. I like to think that maybe there's a positive there. Like we can use this to automate all of the very boring tasks and make people like financially independent because their accounting is better. They're able to take less time to do menial tasks. I know you used to do a lot of
Yeah,
menial
but what about the
tasks.
accountants? What about
That's
the
the only thing. That a lot of jobs are going to be no longer.
well,
Jobs that are based on digital things? We've kind of spent the past however many years. Like when did the computer get invented? Like real computer. When the personal
What, the
computer
80s?
became a real thing, sure. That's when we started digitizing every single little bit of information. So we're at this pinnacle of kind of digitizing all the information.
But where the question is, where does it end? Like if you, I could see in 2 years being able to ask AI, I have a New York City based Met Gala to go to tonight. Please take into consideration the past 2 Met Galas as well as the current trends of fashion in Paris, Los Angeles, and New York, and spit out a top, bottom, and shoe outfit for me to wear, and it giving you an outfit.
Absolutely.
Now
That at 3D prints.
that at 3D prints. Now all the stylists involved lost their jobs. Mason Margello, who used to make the outfit, lost his job because it's now been 3D printed by a fucking printer.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it stops simply at cashiers. I don't think it stops simply at, you know,
Accountants,
or
writers,
accountants.
digital
I think it
artists.
continues. I think this podcast. I think even, you know, Logan becomes automated.
It wouldn't happen because I don't think AI could do a frog splash like I could.
Yeah.
Mhm, that's
See
what I was
that-
gonna say.
Have you seen the
Anything that's
machines that you
human.
brought up earlier, the dogs?
They can't frog splash.
Any human thing
one
or
chip.
physical things, you'll still. I would imagine that culturally you would want to have human-made things or human interactions.
Oh yeah, can I
Like-
ask you a question?
Sure.
Next time you went to a local prostitute, which has been one of the greatest human jobs since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
And they said, well, instead of a human today, we can offer you our new, we're testing out a beta program that you can tell 3 sentences of what you like the most in life, and it will reprogram its entire look, feel, motion to form itself around your sexual desires. Are you going to say, nah, thanks, I'll take Patricia from Louisiana who has 4,200 bodies? Or are you going to take fucking Chat GPT 69 that could ride your cock like a thoroughbred? Do you understand what I'm saying, Matt?
I get what you're saying.
There's no like turning this thing off, dude.
No, there's
it's
no
over.
turning it off.
It's
Once
game
AI
over,
figures
dude.
out prostitution, it's over.
Bro, we're there. We are there. Right now, you can buy a set of VR goggles and a little toy that is on a rod, and it's
Is that
not
a rod or
perfect
your
yet.
rod?
It both, but it's not finished yet. But as you watch the VR and you watch the sexual intercourse happening, it times itself. And by the way, I only know this through research of articles that were served to me, but it times its motion based on what you're seeing in the video.
Mike, can I just
Fine.
ask? Can I just
Yep.
ask? No,
I'm
because
done.
the picture you just painted is so vividly in my head, and I'm just so curious. What goes through a man's head emotionally when he takes off that VR headset and this machine with a rod is still oscillating back and forth, and he looks at it and his mess and the porn in his VR headset, and he's alone in his room.
Okay.
looking
Yeah,
at
what's the
it.
PNC like, bro?
Like, what is that like?
Let me ask you this question. What goes through your mind when you're watching a video of a hot girl riding a dude on your phone and you look down and it's your hand and you're alone in your
I feel
room?
in control. I feel autonomous.
Yeah, but at least in that situation, it's a
Yeah,
nice
but bro,
hot female
no, those
stick.
machines make little whirring noises. I guarantee it's like.
But you don't need an arm like that. Steven, my co-host, he has a butt that he.
I've seen the butts.
Yes,
I've seen
they
the
already
butts.
make 'em.
It's like the bottom part of a torso.
Yeah.
No, but I
yeah.
think it's past that. I think they're pretty far along on full robots, full sex robots. Sex robots are coming. Sex robots are coming.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, they are. You got to watch out. You played baseball in high school.
I did.
What'd you think of my first pitch?
Oh,
Miserable. I actually. It was on purpose. You mentioned it before. You said, I think I'm going to throw a straight right with a pitch. And I just, today, throwing rocks with Andre out in Topanga Canyon, I knew from a lot of experience that if you try to throw a baseball like this, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
It's just not going to go
Shot
very far.
put.
Jeff told me.
Yeah.
I told him this was my pitch. This was my pitch that I pitched.
Yeah.
that was good.
I wanted to pitch a punch pitch. So like a 2 down the pipe, right? But
Knuckleball.
It's essentially like a knuckleball.
That's what it looked
But dog, I just threw like a 2 and it didn't make it and it bounced off the ground and I looked like a fucking idiot because I could have whipped it. I was warming up and whipping, but I also didn't want to be that guy.
That throws a really good pitch.
Like no one likes that.
You've seen
fucking
50
guy.
Cents, right?
Did he crush it?
No.
Oh, it was really bad.
Worst
Worse,
of all
worse than
time.
Megan Thee Stallions.
No, the worst of all
my
time.
God.
He literally threw it.
Went to first base.
Yeah. He did it on purpose.
On purpose. It had to be on purpose.
So yours was premeditated.
No, I
it was
think it
on
was.
purpose. It wasn't like you throw a baseball.
Well, I
bat.
thought I would either do it and it would be like kind of interesting,
Mhm.
or it would be much worse. But it was in this middle ground. And then JJ, who's from England and has never played baseball in his life, cricket pitched it.
But it was good. It was
It
good.
was pretty good.
It got there.
Yeah,
It was a little high.
Yeah, it was. We the Dodgers let us on their field. Prime just sponsored the Dodgers now, which is awesome. Another big partnership with one of the
That's
best
so
premier
insane,
sports teams in the world, and one of the biggest baseball teams in the nation. It's unbelievable. We're the official sports team of the Dodgers. And one other thing, because I could talk about Prime all day, and I think one day we'll do there's gonna be a building the brand documentary about Prime.
For
but
sure.
my God, Kim Kardashian posted Prime on
I
her
saw
main
that.
Instagram
I
page
saw that.
and on her story.
Kind of twice.
Was that
Unbelievable.
by design or was that just?
Unpaid. Free.
She has a lot of followers.
Unbelievable. People pay millions of dollars for that spot.
He-
It started with 2 stories and then a hard post leading the page with her son holding the Prime bottle because kids really love Prime. And what's interesting and why I bring this up is we partnered with Arsenal, the British soccer team, to be their official sports drink with Prime. And I was wondering, how did this Prime get in her hands? It was because she went to the Arsenal game and her booth, because of Arsenal, was stocked with a ton of Prime. Her kids tasted it. They like it. I think they're fans of the product. And she was gracious enough to give us that exposure. But that partnership with Arsenal was so unexpectedly beneficial. When we partner with them, yes, we knew we were on the pitch. Yes, we knew we were around the stadium. I think we're in their jerseys as well. But the fact that they are able to bring celebrities in and then feed them the product, and if they like it, there's a chance to get exposure there, was something I never saw coming. Like, the partnership paid off in ways I never imagined already just because that one post. So Kim K, thank you. Thank you so much for your support of this brand.
crazy.
We're going to get you guys a ton of Prime. 2.5 million likes. It's insane. It's insane. And she didn't have to do that. And she knows what she's doing. That's the other thing. She knows she's
The label is out.
she's
She knows
no
what that's
dummy.
worth.
She's no dummy.
too, you know. So
But,
it's like
and she did it for free. So thank you. We're gonna get you some Prime. I'm glad your kids like it, and we're gonna keep you hydrated. Come on the show.
I think also it's just automatic. I know you wanted to go quick on the Prime stuff. I think it was automatic evidence of the fact that Prime has escaped the sandbox that is you and KSI.
It's already outgrown us. It's outgrown
dude,
us. I knew it was gonna happen. It already
I've
did.
talked about this. If I have the option, if they were like, okay, you can either do a thumbnail on YouTube with Logan and KSI and you, or you could just be holding a new flavor of Prime, I would do the flavor of Prime automatically. Logan and KSI are micro influencers compared to Prime.
It's already outgrown us.
It is because think about it. When you go to any school, this pocket of kids are fans of Mr. Beast. This pocket of fans are, fans of Markiplier. Damn, that's good. Then, of course, there's like 2 or 3, kind of weird like art kids that are fans of Logan. But now, all of those kids are fans of the biggest creator-led product, which is Prime. All of them drink it.
Some of them don't even know that we own it.
Correct.
They don't even know we own it.
Some people
That's
even
the
say you
greatest
don't.
compliment of all time.
I see that all the time. That's my favorite
They don't
content.
think-
Logan
motherfuckers
Paul
don't
is a
think I-
pawn.
don't think
he
I
doesn't
drink
have
it.
any ownership.
Don't think I own it. People think we were like picked to represent this product that already existed and was come up with. Yo, y'all are dumb as hell. this is like a ground up from the bottom, from the basement operation with the entire team involved. And creatively, seriously, like ground floor. The product didn't have a name. Didn't even know what type of drink we wanted to make.
Who came up with a name?
Me.
Well, do you remember the moment when it popped into your brain?
I was in Puerto Rico, and I think I remember thinking prime is cool because you're in your prime, you're primed up, short, sweet, prime. It sticks out to me. In my head, it's big, bold branding. I drew the logo on a piece of paper. It's almost identical to this. I said, can we get mock-ups like using this logo? And they sent back the first one, and it was so good. And here's why people think that KSI and I didn't come up with it and aren't as involved as we are. Like, we always shock our distributors and retailers when we're like super hands-on and knowledgeable about our product, because our partners are so good at what they do. That's our secret sauce.
Yeah,
that's
for
our
sure.
secret sauce. Our partners are incredible. They are incredible beverage wizards who are under the age of 30. So they're willing to take those nuanced, innovative, disruptive risks as a brand that, you know, some of these our competitors are just not willing to do.
Dude, look what they did yesterday. They hired me and Jeff to wear Prime shirts.
Thank
in
you,
front
by the
row.
way. Thank you.
No,
Thank you
we
for
got
that.
paid.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Thank you.
We got a grip.
Y'all got paid?
Yeah, because they're like, dude, I called him. I'm like,
Oh,
dude,
I didn't know that.
I
That's
go,
cool.
dude,
That's
am I
cool,
getting
though. Still,
fucking-
thank
And I had
you.
a great time too. No, thank you. You know, it was great. You know, I completely just dropped everything. Mike was like, "Yo, we got this thing going on." I didn't even know WrestleMania, anything, but being in that stadium, I'm sure you guys already talked about WrestleMania. That is insane. How many
insane.
people,
Wild, right?
how many fans?
It's insane. The fan base is unbelievable.
crazy. One of one. The WWE fan base is 1-1.
You guys took me to a baseball game and wrestling. My childhood self would have went fucking nuts. I wanted to be a baseball player when I was growing up, but I broke my hand, so I started selling weed, and then I got addicted to fast cash. You know, you know the deal.
Of course.
And yeah,
I brought him. One of my favorite things in the world to do is bring Jeff to live events.
Why?
Because he's just great. He's one of my favorite people. And I said to him this weekend, there's just one rule that I ask of you. I was like, you know, a lot goes into these events. You know, a 7-year relationship.
are you
with
sure
love.
you want to tell this
Of
story?
course.
We're both grown men. It's
So what do you want to do? You want to handle it outside?
yeah, I would love that.
I'm
Are
fucking
you saying
pissed
you want to
off.
fight? Let's do that.
I'm pissed off.
Let's work it out.
Do you want to hear this?
Yeah.
7-year relationship, what, you know, on the line, not on the line, but went into getting us these seats.
Mm.
If you take Snapchat content, could you please hold it till the next day when I post
See, that's
mine?
what I was
What?
worried about being
What?
embarrassed. Because
What?
look at what you're complaining about right now. You're how? I mean, we don't have to say your age. It's on Wikipedia. Ask Chat GPT.
You gave me your word. You gave me your word that you would wait until I
Wait,
post.
Okay,
Y'all
okay,
always
okay.
get in these content
Okay.
arguments.
And listen to me.
There was
Do you know
80,000
this one
people in the
time?
stadium. It
There
was
was
a live event. It was on TV,
don't
right? Was it
fuck.
televised?
Yeah, of course.
Did you post it on
Here's
TikTok?
the problem. Here's the problem. You said to me, all right, man, no problem. I'll wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow came, which was today, and I looked. Jeff's story 18 hours ago posted. You got me by 18 hours. Let me tell you a quick story.
And why didn't you get it up? Because of laziness. I don't.
That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
true.
true,
I don't
true.
No, that's not true. I post one story. Let me tell you a quick story. One time, Logan Paul was shooting a vlog with a goat, an actual goat in his
Different.
driveway.
Different.
You want to know what I did? I took a picture with that goat and I posted it on my Instagram a week before his vlog was going live. Do you want to know what he did? He bent me over and he spanked my bottom, and it only took one.
Oh, I know all about that.
That
but
didn't
it was
happen,
a
but
live
listen.
event that was on TV. I posted it hours after, and then I got a call in the morning. And like nobody knows the outcome of WrestleMania. It was everywhere. You put it out on TikTok. You put it on TikTok. I saw it a million times.
Yeah, Mike, why did you get posted?
Because I post my full story the next day. It's like a whole.
on.
It's
Who
like,
gives a fuck?
no. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why?
Why do you think if people watch his, they're not going to watch yours?
Well, we're in a very small beta program. And so someone sent me, listen, someone sent me our tiles next to each other from the baseball game. And it was my picture posted the day after of the girl that I was claiming to be my content girlfriend, and the picture next to it was Jeff and her eating hot dogs. So how believable is me and my girlfriend when the hot Jeff is with her eating fucking
What is it
hot
with this womanly
And by the
tone
way,
you're
also,
using
why
right
do you
now?
why you glizzy goblin?
No, that's not true. I don't know what's not true.
Here's the only reason it was an issue.
I'll tell you what the
gave me my
reason is.
fucking. You gave me your word. You know what? I got two things in this world. My word. What's the Scarface line?
And I have two things in this world: my word.
What's the
and crane.
Scarface line? My word and my
And I don't break them for nobody.
balls. And I don't break those for nobody.
Okay, look, you called me 30 minutes ago. You said, we're doing a podcast. It's just me and Logan. The guest canceled. I don't want to just stare at Logan the whole time. We're going to fucking have to talk. And then I was here in seconds.
It's true.
A lot of that was just
Downtown
a joke.
LA.
I just thought it was funny. That part was a joke. I love you. You're one of my best friends in the world. I'm slightly joking because I thought it was funny for content.
And same to you.
I fucking love you. I'm so happy that you came into our lives and we were able to invite you into the events that Logan put on this weekend. And I love having you around.
Same, and thank you. I appreciate it. And don't bring this up again.
That was beautiful. All of it was beautiful.
Do you like having Jeff around?
Of course, I love you, Jeff.
Love you too.
When we were at the baseball
See, I
game-
said same to you. I said, I actually love you, Logan. Go. I know how it rolls over here. Meat rider. Straight to the top.
What are you going to say? Baseball game.
Well, yeah, we were at the baseball game. I had just done the worst first pitch ever. And I look over, I saw Jeff. We were like this. I was like saluting and stuff. And then I look over, I see Mike next to this girl. Who's the girl? I don't know. Probably an OnlyFans girl. Definitely an OnlyFans girl. Because what is she doing? Of course, she's deep throating a hot dog.
Let's see if I can find it. Hold
It
on.
was the first thing I saw. I saw
was
Mike
nuts.
filming this girl deep throating a hot dog. I said, that makes sense. I said, let me see that tile. Because you're going to get that CTR, that click-through rate way up with that. Let me see. Who is this girl, by the way? I knew I didn't recognize her.
So I love her. She's a great girl. She's the
Slap girl.
slap
Podium girl.
She
Podium.
carries the cards at the slap contest for the UFC for Dana White.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, she's my
Yeah?
circle. I love her. Yeah.
Yeah?
She's a slap girl. We got to get a better name for that.
She called me today because she wanted to
Ask Chat GPT. What should I call myself? A slap girl? I work a ring, but there's no ring.
She's a slap girl. She's a slap girl.
Slap girl. Damn.
Yeah.
It's right up your alley, Mike.
you know who
Slap
else was
girl.
at that event? Hasbulla.
Yeah.
Who took some of that slap to heart. Brought
Oh,
back to his
he
cat.
Brought home and brought it home.
He challenged his cat. He said to his cat, yo, we're in the same weight class.
Bro, it did the same to me. I was trying to have slap fights at my house after.
They're wild.
Yeah, I know you rocked somebody once, right? You won the coin toss. So you went first.
That was my only issue. I just think whoever wins the coin toss has a significant advantage.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, what?
Hell yeah. So you never took one of the power slaps?
I let Hayden, my editor, slap me. But I didn't know he had been training boxing for like 8 months. And I thought we were cool at the time, and we were. But he had a bunch of pent-up resentment.
Oh, he
How many
rocked
times you
you.
give him notes on a podcast?
dude.
On
you
an
have-
edit.
You have
Jeff,
no
you have no
idea.
idea, dude.
I
He
didn't
took
think
all
about
that
it
out.
I didn't think about it at the time, but it made sense afterwards. Of course, this kid, he doesn't hate me. We love each other. But there's a part of him that hates me.
Mm-hmm.
And he turned into that entire part. When he hit me in the face, Hayden, don't let his dweeby little look fool you. That kid is strong. And he got that British fucking yank in that slap.
He had
He
a lot of
rocked.
resentment.
Jeff,
Lot of
this is on video. I think we can maybe play it on this right now. He rocked him so hard. I could not believe what I had just seen. The look of shock on it. Did you see this, Pam and Mac?
Dude, I
know you
blacked out. I saw a black frame.
Bro,
Yeah.
he went like this. He went like this.
Did he
Like
did he do the wind up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
The
Chalk on the
sound,
hand?
we
The
were-
powder?
we were-
I walked behind Logan to catch him in case he passed out and fell down.
Yeah.
So you initially wanted to make slap fighting
Yo,
a thing.
we were gonna go to Russia. We were
We
prepared.
had our passports.
We had passports. We had
Visas,
expedited
yep.
visas. I had to go to New York to like talk to a man in a Starbucks in order to get prepared to go to Russia, and then we never went.
Dana called me because he knew that I was interested in the slap thing. I did the slap thing with Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yep.
Mhm.
at the Arnold Weight Fest, at the Arnold Festival. of
Arnold-
Weights.
Arnold Classic.
Arnold Classic weights. Wait, it's the Arnold Classic.
Yeah.
And he called me. He goes, "You had to have known that you were like onto something with the slap thing, right?" And then gives me the list of the impressions for Power Slap, and the numbers are socially are insane.
Insane.
And I said, yeah. It's like for me, the case study was just seeing these videos go viral online. Like this, it's a formula, it's a model. People want to watch it. But I told him I couldn't do it because it's just too dangerous. I think it's too dangerous.
So you don't want to be responsible for people getting brain damage
And vice versa.
I can't be. I can't be.
Mhm.
And vice
It's just
versa.
it's too hot for me. It's too hot. And so I backed out completely. I washed my hands of it. Watching it live, y'all were there. Come on, man. These people get fucked up.
It's actually insane.
These people
And he was, and none of those guys are the Russian Bear. He was going up against the Russian Bear. Jeff, do you know what I'm talking about? This dude is the size of a wall, a brick wall. I mean, it's massive as a building. And he was going to go up, and he took the initial slap on the guy that beats up homeless people against their will, and hit.
Who's that? Who's that guy?
Don't even get into it.
Yeah, actually, let's not, because it was, anyways. He slapped that dude, and by the way, it was fully real. There was a lot of conversation about that one too, and saw what's possible with that, and said, "Dude, I'm not doing that, especially in Moscow." Can you imagine? Can you imagine Logan gets knocked out and they send Hasbulla in to save him?
Knocks me out again when I wake up.
Starts slapping the shit out of
So
him.
you knocked out the big dude. That was it. Was that his first knockout? First time getting knocked
I'm
out?
sure he's been knocked out. I wasn't like a feat, but it
Yeah.
made me realize how easy it is to knock someone out. And that might as well just be me. You know, if they go first, that's gonna be me.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
Is there any other sport where you're just letting yourself get damaged like that?
I can't imagine that the phone booth fighting would not blow up.
What
that,
about
dude? I'm sorry.
Have you guys
that
seen the-
that shit? What have you
No,
seen
that's
it?
not as good.
How is that possible?
I don't know what it is with the slap. think
I
it's
saw
just-
I saw one sport where someone from the back seat of a car tries to get in the passenger seat of a car, and you have to like kick the person who's in the passenger seat out. You're like fighting for shotgun.
That makes sense because I've been in a situation like that before where a
We
beef
all
broke
have,
out in
yeah.
my car. So
Yeah.
Is that Russia or you know
Staten
you know
Island.
you know
Kind of the same.
you know very well too that it like all of these things that happen in Russia, everybody's like, dude, I can't believe they're doing that there. You guys are all aware of what the game shows look like in Japan, right?
Oh,
you guys,
they're the best.
have
Through
you
the
guys?
hole?
Oh,
no,
they're
no,
the best.
some of them. But did you see the documentary on the one that went too far?
What happened?
They locked this guy in a room, basically, completely naked. This is 20 years ago. And they had a full team that simply followed around his penis with a eggplant or some object to block his penis out. And the only way he was able to get food, bedding, clothing was he had to apply for mail-in sweepstakes. You know, like sweepstakes where you can please pull this up as I speak. Please type in Japanese game show sweepstakes. Just type those words in. So he would all day long, people would
Wait,
watch
so he
him.
had
It
to
was-
win the
it
sweepstakes?
was- Yes, it was a live show. And he lost.
Oh, so he had to win the sweepstakes
And
in order
you
to get
could
out.
watch it all day long. He had to win the sweepstakes to get food, to get clothing. So they eventually told him that he was done with the show, and they moved him to a final box, and he had been doing it for so long that he habitually got naked again, and the walls of the box unfolded, and he was in front of a live audience completely naked.
No, that's
Homie,
sick.
I am telling you the truth. A good percentage of the audience will know what I'm talking about.
He could only survive on what he won from these mail-in sweepstakes. He could only survive on what he won from these mail-in sweepstakes.
Did he win anything?
Yes.
How do you even win those?
Bro, he would win weird shit.
15 months, Michael?
Yes.
That's insane.
So I believe they're
All right,
getting
well, this
sued.
is a human experiment.
No,
Like,
it's a
this is-
human rights.
Yeah, but
When was this? You said 20 years ago, or is
Do you have the year?
the most watched series in Japanese history.
History. People love watching people suffer or be beaten or
Oh
violent.
my God.
This is one of the most fucked up. Dude, this dude was subject to someone. He would have to piss and shit. It was all, by the way, 24-hour live cast. All of it. So when he would
How
piss
big
or
was the
shit,
room?
tiny, dude. Tiny.
like a
bro.
jail cell.
Like a little
What did he
cell.
win?
It wasn't even that.
Infamy.
So he was
I can't remember
basically
the
in the
prize.
hole for 15
Want to know the
months.
worst part? This is insane. They didn't even tell him that it was going to be live cast. He thought it was like an edited series. Didn't even tell him. And he had no clothes on, bro. He was
Oh
naked.
my
did he have any
God.
friends? Did he have like it was
No,
just-
no one. And that was his biggest issue, which we've talked about on the
Just
show before.
isolation for-
Ability to find food or survive off several calories or lack of water. The biggest issue when you end up in a situation like that is lack of human connection. They have tested it on mice. A mouse can go without food, can go without this or without that. But if you put a mouse by itself for an extended period of time, its lifespan is shortened by more than any other thing.
Yeah, it's like that show Alone. You ever watch that show? where
You
people
lose your
survive?
fucking mind.
Nasubi engaged in conversations with stuffed animals he imagined being teachers. First, in an attempt to preserve his sanity, think Tom Hanks and Wilson in Castaway, but eventually as a symptom of its deterioration and just about as devastating as schizophrenia.
I mean, they destroyed this man.
His life.
And then they open the thing and it's alive.
That was how it ended. And everybody was,
but it's
everybody
fine.
was
It was
clapping.
fine. It was fine. Because afterwards, the producer just told him, it's a prank, bro.
Just to play Vitali was the producer.
Did you get pranked at all yesterday? Any good pranks?
I got some good gifts. You were one of them. I liked your gifts. I hated my birthday. You know what? I'm not going to say I hate my birthday
Let's
anymore.
go.
Because the past two have been solid. Last year was mild. I secluded myself and made sure nothing bad could happen. Because what's happened is, since I'm born on April Fool's Day, everyone plays the pranks on me. And I also have a theory that I hold very near and dear to my heart is few people give without expectation in return. And I'm hard to gift for. So it's hard for me to like fake.
It almost
Like,
ruined our life.
it almost ruined. It's hard for me to be like, wow, thanks. Especially when I tell everyone, I'm like, don't give me a gift. Please don't give me a gift. And they're like, no, bro, I'm going to be the one to get you the gift that you like.
It's your
man."
favorite animal.
And
It's the
then-
mantis
And
shrimp.
then when it's not, I'm like, yo, man, like, oh, shit. Thanks. I appreciate it. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, yours was good. He gave me a series of letters that were never ending opening. There was like 10 in there, and each letter was smaller than the other with a very nice note on the inside. And you got one for Nina too, which I thought was very kind. You're a very good friend, because it was my birthday this weekend, but it was her birthday last weekend. And I think a lot of people forgot that because it was such a big week. So she really appreciated that.
Yeah, I wanted her to suffer with you. And something we've done in the past, I used to gift Logan super weird gifts that were hard to open.
That was the big. I think on my 11th birthday or so,
It was
he
like-
gave me a shoebox full of $20 worth of pennies with like 8 layers of duct tape in every single direction on it.
I'm shaking her head.
And that was when I was saving up for a MacBook.
Yeah,
so
so you're
I really
welcome.
needed those fucking pennies.
Yeah.
And I went to the store, I cashed them in. The machine took its 30% fee.
Yeah, you're a destroyer. You're a person that likes to like take things apart and break it down. So I figured if you could open up anything and it takes you a lot of time, you're kind of like a dog trying to rip a toy apart. You know,
Yeah.
it's like the ultimate satisfaction to get the squeaky toy in the middle.
Yeah.
Speak.
Snoop Dogg gave me a chain. It's in there. A Death Row Records chain.
What?
I don't think he knew it was my birthday, but yeah. His manager was like, "This from Snoop," and then just walked away. And I was like, "Oh, it's weed, obviously, but it's heavy." So I open it up. It's this really cool Death Row Records chain. What? It's sick. He liked my match.
I
Damn.
saw him in the hallway. I said, "Thank you, Uncle Snoop,
Say
for all
again,
you
say
do."
No, I don't know. I heard rumblings, but I don't know enough
If it's
about
true
it.
or not.
Yeah.
You know what we were talking about last night? You called him a destroyer of things. Do you remember the vlog where he lit your most famed piece of art on fire?
Yeah, it's actually that was one of the things I forgot to do while I was here. I was supposed to go to White Oak and like break into MGK's house. It was now MGK's house and steal back my painting.
Yeah, I think he still has it.
Yeah, we got to go back.
We could
Kel-
get
It's
it.
a great
Can I come in?
painting.
It's really
And
nice.
that's why I made an exact replica and burned it.
Do you know about the bro? It was one of the craziest things.
This
I've ever
man
seen.
spent over $1,000 to make an exact replica of a large painting that I made with a very beautiful poem on it, and took it outside, started burning it, and then had his assistant run in while I'm working in the studio and say, "Mac, Logan's doing something. You need to come out here."
Damn, that's some evil mastermind shit. I like it.
Jeff, we're not talking about like it's not like art is like his hobby. It's
Yeah.
his everything.
It's
Oh,
my
yeah, that's
And
right.
So
I like
when he
making things.
so when he came out, it was like he was like trying to throw fists.
It hurt all of us.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it was.
it hurt all
It
of
was
us.
in,
It
yeah.
I think I
not
tried to
a-
kick you in the head.
No,
in my
but
rage.
the
Funny
drama-
reaction. It was
No.
more of like what we pushed it too far.
He kind of.
It was 10% too far.
I
Just far
believed-
enough where you could
I believe
why-
that you would do it. I believed that for a moment. I
Yeah.
believed that it'd be something you would do where
Yeah.
you personally, where you wouldn't think that something that I made was very important to me.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, he could do it again."
which is where pranks like that get difficult, because who knows, like, if he thought it was fully real, what's gonna come out of his mouth, like that, with I don't know, someone
I'm gonna
doesn't
say it.
get
There's
the
stuff
gist.
that
I'm gonna say
you
it.
can't come back from. Like if he said there's
Yeah,
certain
you
things in
know.
every relationship
know
that
what?
you can't come back from.
I'm gonna say it.
Don't say it.
I'm gonna say it.
Don't say it.
I was the one that vandalized your painting.
No.
Oh
fucking
my
way.
God.
There it is.
It was me.
Dude, the closure that I just received, the satisfaction all these years of him denying that I fucking knew it.
It was me.
I knew it.
I did it. I walked in there.
That's
I
why.
said,
That's why I was retaliating because he vandalized my painting. So I was like, I'm gonna vandalize your painting, but fake it.
I
Oh,
sat.
Yeah, it was a response.
I
What
sat
did
at
he
my
write?
little table, literally cutting out a stencil that says Banksy was not here for so long. It took me so long to cut this stencil out, and I had to hide it from you because you kept coming over. And I kept having to shuffle my papers around so you couldn't see what I was doing.
Good shuffling.
And I knew the perfect pattern I had to take to walk through the house in order to avoid the cameras. And I did a funny little walk so I could deny that it was me.
Damn.
But it was me.
We knew it.
Yeah, we knew it. But
No,
it's,
you
I had a
suspected.
feeling.
but it's
I
good
suspected.
closure.
Imagine he just went and lit your Pokemon cards on fire.
Now this
That's
is
later
happening.
when they're really up in
He
value.
kickbacks
Yeah.
are off the bridge.
Those fucking things will burn right up.
Yeah.
Paper.
But you know, we got there last night because we were just in closing here. We were talking about the house. We were talking about how, bro, that 2 years or whatever that we were all there could easily be a doc. I mean, just
How's the Entourage show coming? The spinoff?
it's
It's not.
not happening. Yet.
No?
It's not happening. It might not ever happen. But
I don't
it's
think it
not.
ever needs to happen. You guys put out so much content that's a new way of doing it. You
Yeah,
know,
you're
people are
probably
watching it already. The show's out.
You're probably
It's in your
right.
vlogs,
Yep.
it's in your
You're
Snapchats,
You're
it's in
probably
your
right.
things
Yep.
you're doing.
And we're gonna focus more on Pam's book,
Mhm.
which is coming out in October.
Make that into a movie. There you go.
Something I've been thinking about is that humans are like onions, right? And we all have layers. Some with more layers than others. Some with different types of layers, different onions. And creators put so much of themselves out there to be picked apart and scrutinized. And we are constantly in your face for people to make commentary about, whether it's good or bad. We have no say in it. We are constantly showing more and more and more of ourselves. And I think it's kind of actually maybe could be considered like detrimental to one's mental health longevity by opening themselves up to exposure from strangers for that long.
You don't say.
Yeah, but it's why your favorite actor, it's why your favorite celebrity, you don't know these people. You like their work. You like the song that they made. You like the movie that they're in, but it's why they aren't showing their full self. And when they do, they're highly insulated by 12 people on a PR team.
But it's also why they don't have this. It's also why they don't have this. That relatability, that transparency, that authenticity, the fact that they know where you came from, they know where you're going, they know what you're doing, and they feel like a brother or sister to you is why they support this fucking brand. It's why they support this show. It's why they support in the way that they do, that they activate by the thousands when you show up somewhere, not by the 20s and 10s and 5s. That access is not without compensation. I truly believe that. I believe that the days of actors like this are have come to an end. I think there's a few of them, but the biggest stars in the world right now are creators. They really are, dude, because they are willing to say, "Hey, I'm having a bad day today." No actor ever has a bad day. When's the last time Brad Pitt had a bad day? Motherfucker got
Bro,
abs.
Brad
20
Pitt has bad.
You think so?
He's got to have a couple. Yeah.
Yeah,
Less than us.
maybe.
He doesn't have to show them off.
maybe,
He
but
doesn't have to
yeah,
be
he can
vulnerable
hide
like
them.
He doesn't have to do a podcast that day.
Remember, you know that saying, people won't always remember what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel. When you watch a movie, sometimes you can make people feel through that. But when you watch someone struggling with something that you can fucking relate to, and when they're talking about something that means something to you and affects your life, you'll never forget that. And you'll support that person through thick and thin, dude. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be in this space. And I know you are too. And you're right. And I was gonna say, don't read the comments.
No, I totally am grateful. Obviously, extremely.
For sure.
I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. But I think as I get older and I'm kind of feeling my priorities shift a little bit.
For sure.
You know, I just wonder how willing I am to constantly subject myself to the scrutiny of strangers on the internet. Like, I wonder if I love this show and I've always wanted to do it for always. But do you think I maybe have peaked? Do you think I'm capping myself because people know so much about me, which gives them more reasons to not like? Why does Kylie Jenner, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson have 350 million followers on Instagram? Who's following that and why? Tell me why.
We just answered it because they have presented something that everyone can kind of like.
Yeah, yep.
For a little while each day. Dude, what did Selena Gomez do? Hailey Bieber, blah, blah, blah. You have created an audience of 25 million people who fuck with you heavily. We will buy it. We will watch it. We will listen. They don't have that. There's a lot of shit that they put out. 400 million people aren't buying every fucking album she puts out. They're not.
So then are the numbers on social media not indicative of? It's not truly indicative of something. But what?
Well,
the
follower
difference I
count
see-
has never. Go ahead.
The difference I see is that it's kind of humanity versus Hollywood, and you try to do the Shrek metaphor, the onions thing. Ogres are a lot like onions.
Yeah.
But you've been peeling off the layers to reveal yourself and show your true humanity, but actors are the ones putting on the masks and presenting many different characters of themselves. And yet Dwayne might play the same guy in every single movie, but he's playing different. He's a superhero one day, then he's a jungle explorer with Kevin Hart. And they probably weren't cold in that one.
It's neat. I hate to relate it to The Bachelor, but Nina and I watched this whole season thinking, no offense, Zach, dude's kind of vanilla. I don't find him entertaining. I find him incredibly like simple and bland.
That should be enough.
As a person. Lacking charisma. Should I keep going? anyways, no, but seriously, when he got picked as the Bachelor, because I saw him on the Bachelorette, I was like, what the fuck? I can't watch that season. But I did. And I realized it's not about who the Bachelor or Bachelorette is. It's about the drama with the people competing to get this person who may have been picked and put in that spot because they are, on paper, the picture perfect husband or wife. If you think about it, actually on paper, Zach's a good-ass dude. He's very genuine. He's seeking love. He's ready to get married. He's ready to give it his all to a partner. And whether or not he has that boisterous, spunky, spontaneous personality, something that maybe like I would be more interested in and captivated as a viewer, it gives the contestants less reasons to dislike him. In a way, he's perfect.
There's a
to be
lot
a
of
partner.
reasons to dislike you.
No, I know, and I've given people so many reasons, but damn, one day I'm gonna have a wife and kids, and I just don't know how mentally willing I'm gonna be to constantly subject myself to online torment. But I got so much respect for creators who constantly put themselves out there to be, which you will, picked apart by strangers.
You can also three quick things. One, you've kind of done your time too. Like I would expect.
I've done my
I kind of would expect to hear this after a 10-year run on the internet.
Yeah.
You also have done a 10-year run as one of the most like controversial and sometimes hated people. So I can only imagine what that's been like. But three, like, can you not? And as we already have, I mean, dude, if you go back to episode 5 or 10 of this show, don't do that, dude. Like the stuff we talked about back then was like, God forbid, like horrific. I'm talking about not only the fact, like now I might not even say that I had sex. Back then it was exactly where I nutted the night before and how that all, like we were horrible. So the topic and the subject matter has continued to evolve as we start to semi-protect ourselves from that onslaught. But I assume that it continues to. You can have an opinion on stuff. What do you know, if you want to talk about what's going on with AI, you think that that's really showing so much of yourself that people are going to want to, you know what I'm saying? Like we're
here every week talking about fucking whatever. John Cena's Instagram is not even John Cena. It's just thoughts that he has for your interpretation. But everyone loves John Cena.
Yeah.
He's manufactured and built the foundation for his life in a way where he doesn't need to give parts of his soul to strangers for validation, which a lot of our creators, including myself, sometimes fall into that trap. And I think it might be a little more.
Is it only validation though, or is it addiction to money, growing your business?
I mean, perhaps that's where the validation comes. Man, you get that $200,000 paycheck, and your number goes from 10.1 to 10.2 million followers. Damn, that feels good. I'm not gonna lie, that makes anyone feel good. Your numbers go up. That is a form of validation, for sure. And I think I'm separate. I think I've over the years actively been able to separate my validation coming from numbers financially and publicly, but it took me 27 years. It took me until like halfway through Originals where I was like, I'm dope. I'm cool. I love myself. I think I'm a pretty cool, fucking interesting person who can talk to anyone about anything.
Yeah, you are, Logan.
With nice. Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, you're great.
No, thanks.
I get a story tag for that one.
Nice. Yeah, fuck you guys.
No, I know what you're saying.
I hope everyone can reach that, and especially I have hope for Gen Z and what will be or is Alpha generation, a generation or two generations of kids who are growing up with social media being their form of validation as they're entering developmental stages of their life. I hope they can find it earlier than I did.
Or the opposite, or like never use it. There's a absolutely growing epidemic
For
of
sure.
people being
Also true.
sucked
It's
into
amazing.
this
Also
world.
true.
When is the last time you didn't have Instagram on your phone, didn't have Twitter? I mean, millions. Yes, you have millions of followers, but that means millions of people have access to you as well.
Well, it's exactly 100%.
So you're just compressing every single thought and opinion into yourself. That's a lot of things to read.
And the way you are, the way you like to do things, your work ethic, that mixed with the part of your brain that focuses on the negativity, because that's just like caveman instinct. That's what a human is programmed to do. If there's something wrong, I want to fix it. If there's somebody trying to kill me, I want to make sure I know what's going on. And I think that's why you especially, you cared so much, and then you got to the point where you found a way to kind of monetize all of it. Like yesterday when I saw them booing you, you're loving it. And it's like that switch where you go, I don't give a fuck anymore because look at me. I'm here performing in front of 80,000 live screaming fans and I'm entertaining the fuck out of them. I think that's where it's like, who gives a fuck about what somebody said on a podcast in their basement,
Well, I'm lucky because I do have that outlet,
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone does. And I want everyone to, I just hate, like, with a fucking passion, the idea that we live in a world where way more people than I'd like to admit feel the need to tear others down so they feel adequate. I hate that because I believe that comes from a fulfillment gap that they are holding somewhere in their heart that can be filled by a self-love that the world is lacking.
We just talked about this on your show. The hurt people hurt people. I mean, every negative comment online, every pointless critique that's overboard comes from a place of jealousy, hate, self-hatred, self-loathing, something. I mean, all of those, especially it's just so chronic in that younger age demographic. I mean, you go on TikTok or Twitter. I mean, it's terrible.
No, it saddens me. It saddens me.
But until you come in, what you did recently was you at 27 after 99 after Originals was you did what's called coming into your own. You found out who you are and you said, I like this person. The issue with being a young person on social media who is crowdsourcing their self-esteem, as Kanye says it, is that they still haven't figured out who they are. They still haven't figured out, do I like myself? What do I like about myself? What is it? So they try to crowdsource their self-esteem through a comment that gets the most likes. And right now, the comment that gets the most likes is, you're fat, you're ugly, you're a loser, because there's so many other self-loathing individuals out there who will propagate that type of activity towards the top of the algorithm. Not to mention the social media platforms themselves elevate it. They don't do enough to combat it.
Yeah, but we're even guilty of that too. You see a video, you're like, oh, this shit's cringe. I got to go to the comments, you know?
You're right.
Fuck.
To read.
You're right.
To read.
That shit's funny, though. It's entertaining, you know?
Sometimes, but a lot of times I go and I'm saddened by what I read.
Perhaps
If they're on your own video, yeah.
context.
If
No,
it's
no,
about
that's not
you
true.
directly.
That's not true. Anytime I read a nasty comment, I'm a bit saddened by it. Some of them, if they're extremely creative, sometimes they're funny.
Yeah.
But a lot of times when I go on some of these channels, it's quite disgusting.
No, but
to
for
read.
instance, when Hasbulla went down, you know, it just happened and he was blowing up so much. So when he, like, I was like, this is interesting. This is kind of dope to see.
Bro, yeah, when
how
it's
this will
like
play out.
these
And then I
odd
saw his apology and I was
topics.
like, he's a human. You know, he's in that little body. He's already got a lot of shit that he's dealing with, you know? Let him slide. That's me at home by
He
myself.
fought a cat. He's fighting a cat.
Yeah, I know. And, you know, people come after me for, you know, my feelings on that. Maybe, you know, I'm a dog person, you know?
You beat dogs?
But no, I don't beat dog. Look, and like I said earlier, Hasbulla should be given a Medal of Honor for what he did. He took on a giant. You know?
A fucking Siberian tiger, dude.
Whatever.
You want to know? You want to
Crucify
know?
me. I had an opinion.
You want to know the one
Over,
issue?
Jeff. It's over.
Last point on your situation and why I see it being an issue for you is because a lot of other people activate on social media to drive engagement for brands and to make more people watch their movies. You started doing social media, the thing that you're talking about, you know, pulling back from, because you love it.
My biggest problem.
You love
I'll
it.
never stop.
You love
It's all I know.
making
It's all-
content.
it's all I
so
know. If
so
I'm left in a fucking room with a phone by myself, in about 10 minutes, I'll be taking videos of something.
Yeah, what's the amount of money that you can get
No, no,
right
but
now
that's-
to stop? You got to give it up. Social media, you got to leave.
I can't. I just can't.
There you go.
I can
See,
never
it's
do
not
it.
happening.
But it's
Even
not social media. It's like telling Mac, what's the amount of money you could be given tomorrow to never paint again?
It
What's your
it doesn't-
amount
it
of money
doesn't
to
need
not do social
it
media
doesn't- it
anymore?
doesn't
I don't
need
have
to-
the same. I don't have the same
What number?
feedback.
Say the
as him.
number.
If you said, "What's the amount of money you could be paid to never talk again?" I couldn't give you that
Yeah,
number.
yeah.
I would.
Okay.
I'd blow my brains out.
yeah.
For him, creating is how I feel about talking to people, or even to no one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk to a wall.
You know what? An analogy I'll use here is, social media happens to be the outlet for my creation.
Yes.
I just love making this stuff.
Yes.
I just happen to be born in a generation where consumers love media.
Mhm.
Very lucky. If for an artist, the analogy I'll use is like, I'm sure you love painting, bro.
Mhm.
And I'm sure one day, if you haven't already, you're gonna do a gallery with your painting.
Mhm.
I have the biggest gallery in the world at my fingertips to display my paintings every single day.
Mhm.
I'm gonna display my paintings. You know what
Of
I'm
course.
saying? So the social media part, remove it. I'm still gonna be capturing videos. And so for that reason, yeah, I'll be making fucking content forever. Fuck. Judge me, guys. Judge me. Say anything you want about me, but don't read the comments because I won't. That's it.
Amazing.
That's all we got. Cool
We're-
episode.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Mac.
Popping
Thank
on.
you.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having me.
Yep. Thank you back there, Pam.
Good to see you, Jeff.
Cool if I
And Jeff
Snapchat this
Levin, I
before.
think
Yeah,
he went to
Snapchat
sleep,
whatever you
thank
want.
God, right?
Hey, guys. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We hope you enjoyed WrestleMania. Congrats to the winners of the wrestling matches and more good stuff to come in the future. Take it easy.